The 10 hardest working states in the U.S. and the 10 states that work the least. I'm sure most of you can figure out what this list is like. Yes, the top 10 are all red states. They work themselves. They're patriotic, man. They work 2 or 3 jobs 7 days a week, 12, 16-hour days just to make ends meet. Hard-working America. Meanwhile, we working class stiffs here in blue states, well, we unionize. We demand better wages so we don't have to work 2 or 3 jobs just to make ends meet. Red states, anti-union. Profoundly, violently anti-union. And it really makes no sense, does it? We educated Democrats, working class Democrats in blue states stand up for our rights. We stand up to our employers. We demand better wages. We demand health care. We demand holidays. We demand paid sick days. We demand paid vacations. We're not going to allow our slave masters to have all the pie. We're going to get a sliver of it. So no, I don't work harder. I work smarter. It surprises me. Well, it doesn't. It should surprise me, but I just know America too well. I've been in 45 states. I've been all across this country. I've been in the Deep South. My farm is in the Deep South. And I've seen how the Republican Party attacks education. And that's how they keep their workforce ignorant. They keep their workforce ignorant and in line and convince them it's patriotic to work yourself from the cradle to the grave and never have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. You would think at some point in time, Mr. Obvious would step in and somehow they would make the connection. Gee, let me think here. I've worked myself from the time I was 12 years old, 7 days a week, 12, 16 hours a day, and I'm now 50 years old and I don't have shit. And I live in a Republican state. I have voted for Republicans my entire life. I've never had shit, I don't have shit, and I'm not going to have shit. Ding! Light bulb goes off. At some point in time, you would think that would happen. Nope. And if you can't even look at that example, at least look at this one. When you look at these blue states with all these major cities and how much money people make and how much money they pour into the federal government for your southern state welfare. You know, we have $100,000 a year jobs and plus, and I'm able to travel, vacation. My wife and I have been to some of the greatest places in our great country. It is great to us, and not to you, MAGA. You keep thinking we need to make it great again. To us, it's already great. Well, it would be a lot greater if we didn't have you Trump supporters. We didn't have Donald Trump. It would be much greater. Trumpies. Enjoy.